So, as you know, I'm Hispanic,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a lady crying and sobbing because she killed her kids?
No. I cry and sob. Does that count?
No. On today's episode,
Okay.
just because I did do a TikTok about this, we are talking about La Llorona.
You say it so fancy. It comes out so naturally.
Well,
Got it.
Anyways, welcome to La Cantina podcast, where each week we dive into new, terrifying, and crazy experiences. My name is Tony, your host with the most, and today I'm accompanied by the one, the only, my other cheek.
Skylar.
Yes.
Yeah, it is me, Justin Austin, or El Skeptico. I remember my mug this week. I forgot it last week. Not great. But I'm back on track now.
Yeah, I know. I was about to be like, dude, we got these mugs, courtesy of our friends over at Seven Gremlins. But, dude, come on.
Heck yeah, 7 Gremlins are awesome. So, La Llorona.
Yes, La Llorona. Say it with me. La
Okay. La
Llorona.
Llorona.
Roll your R, dude. Yeah. So, the reason why I wanted to talk about this, should we say why we switched it up or no? Nah. Okay. Anyways, so the reason why I want to talk about this is because I made a video on TikTok because there was a debate, a little discussion going on in my house.
Okay.
So it's said to believe that she cries, like, I'll say it in Spanish because that's what she says, but she says, ay, mis hijos. She's like, ay, mis hijos. You know what I mean?
Which means my kids, right?
Yeah, like, oh, my kids. See, there you go, dude. Fist pump.
Right? I'm trying to learn Spanish, everybody.
Yeah, because we do want to give you guys a Spanish. We might still do it, like a Spanish episode for all my Latinos and Latinas out there. But we're just still kind of working it out. I'm still trying to teach Austin some Spanish so he can get
Donde
it.
vamos a lonche?
Frontera. Well, yeah, so we're doing that. And but anyways, back to that. So she says that, right?
Right.
But I guess it's like an old story because I've asked a couple of friends and family.
Okay.
And then some people believe that she just screams. Like she's just like sobbing and crying through the street, like crying and screaming. You know?
Oh, I thought you meant like screaming goat. You know?
No, dude. Like,
You just hear,
no, not a screaming goat, but like screaming.
okay, like wailing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wailing. There you
wailing.
go.
Okay,
wailing.
okay.
Because I guess the way you can translate La Llorona into English, is the Wailer.
The wailing.
And there's a movie on
Okay.
that, The Wailer. Yeah, it's kind of booty cheeks, but I didn't like it. Dude.
Kind of bougie. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not the greatest. You know what I mean?
Now, there is one thing because I've heard a little bit about La Llorona. I'm just going to keep saying that because I can't figure it out.
Oh,
right
dude,
now.
go ahead. It's fine.
But anyway, La Llorona and the woman in white.
Yeah, so they're similar.
Yes,
They're
very similar.
Very,
Actually.
very similar. The woman in white is from the Philippines, right? Or from?
No. I think the woman in white is a U.S. thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
U.S. or Canadian, something like that.
Something like that.
But basically, a woman in white is like a ghostly woman dressed up in a white dress, hangs out on like the side of the road or something. And if you see her, like either it's a good omen or a bad omen, or she only appears to like unfaithful men. It depends on what legend you go with.
Right. So, okay. So, speaking of legends, I'm going to give you the legend that I was told from, because there's berries of, it's like a variety of stories that has been passed down.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it just depends on what town you're from.
Right.
In Mexico, where like the story kind of changes and it alters, and you know what I mean? A little
Right.
bit of that, a little bit of that, bada bing, bada boom. You know what I mean?
Gout it.
Thank you. Okay, so the story that I was always told as a kid is so there was this lady where she like was married, had a family, whatever, and she found out that her husband was like cheating on her with some other lady, I don't know. And she found out and she like took the kids away,
Okay. Right.
killed them off.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's like, you're not going to be with us. You're not going to, you know what I mean? Like, go be with her. Like, did not believe in being a single mom.
I would say so. What translates to, you know what? Just end it all.
Yeah. So that's one story, that she just killed her kids, whatever. Another one that they've said is that she was really jealous. Like she was such a jealous person that she was even jealous of her own kids.
Oh.
Yeah. So legend goes that when like that she was like mad in love with her husband, they had kids, whatever.
Yeah.
That the dad would pay like a lot of attention to the kids.
Right.
And she was jealous. She's like, oh, well, what about me? Like, where's my attention? That she killed the kids.
Right, to try and get that attention back.
Yeah, to get that attention back. But then, like, after all said and done, like, she was, like, so horrendous. Like, she was mortified from what happened that she now wanders the street screaming and pleading for her kids. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And then there's another legend where it says that, like, the husband killed the kids.
Oh, see, that one can make sense. Like, the husband goes nuts and kills the kids, and then she's like, where's my kids?
Yeah.
And then,
So
rests
like,
the spirit.
It all kind of just ties in together. There's, like, there's a story here, there's a story there. Like,
Oh, yeah. And I feel like that's a lot of ghost stories that it depends on where you go.
Right.
As to what the legend's going to be.
So, what's it called? I was going to say, my bad. I don't know why I, like, had the urge to, like, just burp, a lot of acid reflux. But anyways, as a kid, that's like one thing that my grandma would tell us is like, oh, like don't cheat, don't be unfaithful, or like La Llorona's gonna come get you, or like you got to be good because La Llorona's gonna come get you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
See, and I feel like that's another thing with ghost stories is people will tell them to their kids or something or a friend or something, but it will swerve to fit the purpose of what they're talking about.
Well, it's like anything, like with every story that they used to tell us, like it's always like, oh, if you do bad things, like this person, like there's another one that called El Cucuy.
Okay.
Which is basically the devil.
Oh.
And
okay.
like, oh,
nice.
This is how they would say, like, si no te portas bien, el cucuy is gonna come get you, which is like, if you don't behave, boogeyman's gonna come get you, basically.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so like
Jeff, I'll see you later.
Yeah, watch out for
You know
Jeff.
what you did.
Jeff is somewhere around here. He poked me last week in that chair, just saying.
He knows what he did.
But yeah, that's like the basically like all of it of La Llorona, like where the tale came from, why they use it, and that sort of thing. Now, in the town where my dad's mom is from, it is believed that she wanders the street there, cause like so my grandma's house is right here, on a corner, and there's like a little river right next to it, and this is the thing, cause like they say that she drowned. Well, one of the many stories say that she drowned her kids in a river. So she's always next to a river
searching for her kids. Yeah. Kind of like Teke Teke looking for her legs.
Exactly, yeah. It's not a train station, it's a river.
Right.
So, according to my grandma, like, she said that sometimes you could hear her, like, at night. Screaming and pleading.
Okay.
So it's like, as a kid, I would always be scared to, like, live in that house. Thankfully, we moved a couple of months ago, and I never really heard anything. But, yeah, like, they said there's, like, a bunch of stories from, like, kids all over the neighborhood. Because I used to live in Mexico for a bit. And they would say, like, oh, did you hear her? I'm like, nope, I did not.
I did not.
Jesus.
I had so many earmuffs on my ears that I wouldn't have heard a nuke go off next to my face.
Exactly. And so that's one, like, from where my mom's from, too. Like, allegedly, like, the unfaithful men would see her and, like, she would kill them.
Yeah, see, that goes back to that kind of, like, woman in white comparison.
Yeah, so, like, it's like that comparison to that.
Yeah. Now, there's a show, and if you haven't watched this show, I 100% recommend it. It is awesome. One of my favorite shows of all time, Supernatural. Now, I think it's in season 1, one of the earlier episodes, there is an episode about a woman in white, and it sounds a lot like La Llorona, where there was this girl, I think her name was Constance, killed her kids and killed herself, and something to do with like her husband was cheating on her or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's been a long time since I've seen that episode. But then she starts like appearing like she appears on this bridge, and then she like jumps off the bridge and she's gone. And then she appears in like well, it's Dean's car, but Sam's driving. And she appears in his car and she's like, take me home. And then like, I don't know, possesses the car and like makes it drive to her house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then like the opening for it, you know, she hops in this dude's car, please take me home. And, you know, they made it very obvious, like he's got a girlfriend. And then he's like, oh, hell yeah, I'm taking you home. So it gets to the house. It's like an abandoned house. She ends up killing him. So, you know, same thing to Sam. And he's like, I'm not being unfaithful, yada, yada, yada. And she's like, you will be. And like forces him to do stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he felt the pelvis for sure.
Oh, damn. Well, then. But yeah. So, with that being said, what I asked you guys in the beginning, like, does she or does she not? Does she scream and yell, or does she just cry? And, like,
I could see.
Like, I could see the whole "ay mis hijos" thing, because like if she were to like, if she did kill them,
Yeah.
like it's really like
Yeah, like that's almost like, I'm so sorry that I did that. Where are my children?
Yeah, but you know what's weird? Because you know how we just did the Mandela effect episode? So, like, she went back and looked at a bunch of videos where supposedly they caught her on camera, or, like, they have a recording of her yelling in the distance.
Yeah. Doesn't that mean... sorry to cut you off,
No,
but if it sounds like she's off in the distance, doesn't that mean that she's, like, super close?
So, story goes, allegedly, this is what I heard, if she sounds far away, that means she's really close.
Oh, okay.
And then if she sounds really close, that means she's really far away. And then another tell sign to know if she's like around.
Yeah.
If you kind of do hear that screaming.
Uh-huh.
And then the dogs just start going like, how do you like that?
Oh, start howling?
Yeah, like howling.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Turn into a werewolf there.
So like they say, but this is a crazy thing because like my grandma used to always say like, oh, the devil's around when that happens. And she's like, or death is always near when that happens. Because if you notice,
okay.
Whenever an ambulance passed by,
yeah,
like
dogs howl.
Dogs howl.
Yeah.
And I never, like, back then I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's true, because like sometimes when the ambulance passes,
yeah,
they don't really howl sometimes, but then there's sometimes where they do howl.
Yeah, they freak out. I think that depends on the dog, though.
I know, but like conspiracy
of the day.
Let
us know.
Yeah, conspiracy of the day. What if they do howl because like the person is dying in there? Because you know how sometimes they're like getting taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
And, like, they die on the way there.
Now, I don't know how true this is. Maybe somebody does, but I always got told that if something like really bad happened, or like they died at the site of like a car crash or something, they won't turn the lights on if they're dead, because there's not much point in rushing to the hospital.
I've heard that too. Then I've also heard that like, if you get too close to the bumper of the ambulance, that the lights flash.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Something like that. I've heard of that.
I've never tried.
I want to.
I don't.
But yeah. So back to the whole La Llorona thing. I do have somewhat of an experience with that.
Okay.
Like I never heard her from what I recall.
Right.
But there was this one time, because now that you kind of tied it in with the lady in white, and I'll let you get into like the lady in white.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But we were camping as a kid. We were camping up by Park City. I think it's Deer Creek.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where Deer Creek is.
So my uncle, one that I have just haven't really reached out to like see when he's available to come on the podcast. Uncle Bobby, if you're watching this, let me know.
Uncle Bobby, we need you.
But we were camping with him, and it was like, so
Sorry.
my Uncle Bobby, he loves telling scary. He likes like telling scary stories and freaking us out. Because like I've said on the podcast repeatedly, I used to be really like a big chicken about all this stuff.
Oh yeah, go check out the Luigi episode and you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, that one or the Burrito Chronicles, like they will tell you. Like those are my.
You want to hear some great stories about pelvises and monks?
Yeah.
The Luigi's episode is the one for you.
Yeah. So anyways, like it was nighttime. Like we would sit by the fire. He'd tell his scary stories. He would freak us out. Right. And then in the morning, because you're camping, obviously, like the bathrooms are a little bit far away. Oh. We got up, went to the bathroom. It was me and my other cousin. Yeah. We went to the bathroom and then came back. And then I don't know why we went down to the lake. Because because like it was like our camping spot, and the lake was like everywhere, but like there's a little thing you can go right here.
Oh, okay.
So we went down there, and like we were talking, and I know like he stopped, and then I stopped in back of him, and then he looked down, and like, dude, there was a lady in white, like just white, long black hair, kind of like the Ring almost.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah, there was like the lady like looked just like the Ring, and she was just sitting there by the river, just kind of rocking back and forth, and I was like,
Oh, no mames.
yeah, as a kid, I was like, what the, like what? And then we kind of like started running back.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, like when you do that, when you're running away and you do the turn back,
Yeah.
there was nothing there. But we both saw that.
Huh.
We never spoke about it to anybody else after that. We just kind of said, oh, well,
Well, that happened.
that happened. Just take it to the grave, you know what I mean? But there's a bunch of videos out there where they do say that she's like roaming around the streets and stuff like that. Like,
Right.
they actually catch her.
Huh.
That's just one topic that I wanted to bring up about.
See, I wanted to bring up the about going to the bathroom. Have you ever been camping and it's dark and you got to go to the bathroom and it's a ways down and you just like got this little flashlight and you're like, oh shit.
Oh, dude, I would hold it.
Like, oh man, I used to hate that because we went camping all the time as a kid and I loved it, except for when it got dark because I was a wuss when it got dark.
Dude, no, I would hold it, like, hands down, hold it.
Oh man, we all, because I have 4 brothers.
Yeah.
We would all kind of just be like, okay, who's coming with me? Does anybody need to go? No? Okay, I'm holding it all night then.
I see, like, before going to bed, I would make sure I went to the bathroom.
See, I never did. I was just like they're having a good time doing my thing. My dad always cooked with the cast iron things. It made like a peach cobbler and stuff. It was always freaking delicious.
Dude, yeah. No, I would always make sure to go because, like, the stories would get intense. And some of the stuff that they would say, I'm just like,
Dutch oven. That's what I'm thinking. Dutch oven.
oven?
Yeah.
I think I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's like a cast iron, like pot looking thing. It's pretty cool. Makes really good peach cobbler.
Oh, okay.
And you can cook it like over an open fire pit. It's good shit.
Making me hungry, but we got time to go.
I know. But yeah, that's the crazy thing with like Llorona and the lady in white is you can take something from a different culture and find something else somewhere, you know? Like Nessie with the monster they're talking about in Bear Lake.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like the same thing.
It's the same thing.
And it's really cool to see how like the story changes because of the demographic or because of like the culture that's there and what they do with it. Whether or not it's true. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying that it is. But it's so cool to see how it changes through the culture and through like timelines of people telling it and stuff. And just like, I don't know, it's almost like the story takes on its own personality and becomes a personal story for everyone that hears it from that person.
Well, I was thinking, what if it's like kind of like Slender Man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they it's like one thing and then it kind of just snowball effects into something else.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's not real, but like it's like you believe so much into it that it becomes real, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. The I can't remember what term I used in the Slender Man episode. I
forgot.
I don't know, manifestation, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it could be considered like manifestation.
Yeah, he manifested Slender Man. He manifested La Llorona.
Yeah, dude, it was just
Dude,
crazy.
you know what though? Like
But that's like
most ghost stories, like if you hear something off in the distance, okay, I got time to get away. We're doing good. This story, you hear something in the distance, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and I was talking to Adrian.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Adrian.
Adrian.
Watching this. What's up, buddy?
Adrian is pretty cool. I like Adrian.
I think he's gonna come on next episode.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
So we can take his take on that.
Nice, yeah.
But he was telling me that story was told to like the Mayans and the Aztecs
Oh, no way.
by Spaniards, so like the kids wouldn't run off. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah. So like that's another thing. Like they think it's like from a different like it's like another country. You know?
Right, it's a
Like, it
whole
was
different
brought from
era.
a different
And
culture.
that's something I wonder about a lot is how many of these stories are coming from you know, hundreds of thousands of years of humanity being around.
Yeah.
Like, and that's such a cool thought.
This is what I say. Like, who knows? Because like sometimes like you could they could tell you a story, but like
Yeah.
it's been passed down. Like it has to be true.
Oh yeah,
somewhere
you could
down
be
the line,
hearing
you
a
know what I mean?
story that some Roman dude told his kid.
Yeah, it's like the story where I told you guys about my soda. I think I might say it again. or
I'm
something
down.
About, you guys, we want to
I'm
hear it
down.
again?
We got to do
Just
the
'cause
short, the short version.
Yeah, I'll do the short version, but because better mics, you actually get my reaction and stuff like that. But
I like it, but I don't know. What do you think, Skylar? What do you think about La Llorona
yeah, have you heard anything
and
about that?
the passing down from generations with the stories?
I haven't heard anything much about it. So I don't know if I'm the person to be asking.
Okay. So what do you think about like hearing a story and it could be something that some ancient Roman person told their kid and it got passed down?
I think, man, dude, I'm not the one. ask. Be more specific. Think about what specifically about it.
I don't know. I guess the best way to put it is if you hear that, like, how cool is that you're hearing a piece of history?
Let's say like the boogeyman, for
But
example.
it's like a personalized piece of history just for you.
Yeah, no, I think that's cool because, like, I mean, but it's also like the telephone game, you know, like you tell a story and then it gets passed down and it slowly changes. It changes.
Oh yeah.
You know, do you think those stories change in a like where it's not as scary, or do they get more scary and more like something to avoid? You know,
I bet it gets less scary.
Well, I say it's 50-50. Because what if like the first person that told him didn't really say it that good?
Yeah.
And then someone added into it, and someone else added into it, and it started like rolling into like this bigger thing that it was.
I could see that, but also like ancient times were like freaking screwed up, like a whole nother level of screwed up. I mean, these guys were setting people on nail-filled chairs just to watch the drippy drips.
What if that's why it was like that much more creepier? That's
Exactly.
Like, 'cause you know how like
exactly.
you know how
'Cause-
like bad stuff or like haunted things
Yeah.
things get like they like grow in power when it's like bad situations, like
Yeah.
Like
And
the
I
whole-
wonder how much of that has to do with like La Llorona or ghosts or stuff, because you give them power,
yeah.
and I wonder if that'll make them more likely to target like specific people. Because me, I don't really believe in ghosts too much. I'm on the fence about it. I don't really believe in too many supernatural things or anything. I've never really had any real experiences with like paranormal or supernatural things. But, I feel like you're a pretty firm believer, and you have all these stories about, like seeing ghosts and stuff.
Yeah, I have a couple. I actually have a story from my father-in-law's dad about La Llorona where he actually experienced it.
Oh.
And I just remembered about it, so because that was like something I wasn't talking about. I just had to slowly come back to me. It's like,
All right, full circle. Let's do this.
all right, so according to him, his name is Reyes.
Okay.
Call him Reyes. And he said when he was a kid, around 8 or 9 years old,
Yeah.
that from where they were from, the way that they would go get water was like from a whale. You know what I mean?
Oh, like a well in the ground.
He's,
Yeah.
he's an older gentleman. So like he said he grabbed his donkey, loaded up his jugs. No, dude, dead ass. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Dead ass. He told me he's like he grabbed his donkey, put the jugs on there, went.
I can just see there's like this classic photo of a Hispanic dude with like a sombrero and the
Yeah,
shawl
the
and
cliche.
everything.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, uh-huh.
And he's like pulling the donkey along
Yeah.
with the big ass jugs on the side of it. That's
Yeah.
all I can imagine
Well,
right now.
yeah, it was like that. So then he said that he would go do that, but that he would what's it called? My bad. Hold on. Pause.
Yeah, that's fine. And we're back.
yeah, it said the live got paused on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got her back going though.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry about that. Where was I? Austin?
You were at the part with the donkey and the water.
Okay. So the reason why he was saying that is because he would go to like the whale, but then there was a river next to it. So he said he likes to go early.
Okay.
So he could jump in there, swim, whatever, do his thing.
Yeah.
You know,
That makes
as a
sense.
kid, have fun because I guess all the kids would go there and they would all like play. And
Oh,
sit around.
that was a hangout spot.
Yeah.
Nice.
So then he said he lost track of time from playing too much, and then it was getting darker.
Yeah.
So like he said, he like got up really fast, like changed, went to the well, grabbed water, and it got dark, like really dark. And he started coming down the hill, and at the end of the hill, like animals do presence bad things. Just so you know, like they feel.
I could see that.
That's what they say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he said that the donkey just stopped. Like the donkey just stopped mid.
I ain't going.
Hit the e-brake. You know what I mean?
The drift donkey has not drifted in 20 years.
He hit the 4-wheel drive. He just stopped. He came to a stop.
Drive, dude.
Yeah. So he stopped. The donkey stopped. Did not want to move, and he was like yanking on him, like trying to like get him to go.
Yeah.
And the donkey would not go.
Okay.
And he was just like puzzled, like just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess this guy looks down the hill, and that he sees a lady. And the way they describe La Llorona, because I forgot to mention that, is she's in a white dress, long hair, almost sometimes looks like a bride, right?
Oh.
He said that he saw her floating next to a tree down the hill.
Floating?
Yeah, just like right there.
Oh.
And then like she was like crying and saying like my kids.
Oh.
But then he said that she was going like this, like waving him over. He was quick. Yeah, I remember he was a kid at that time.
Yeah.
So, like, what if she thought, like, what if somehow, like, he resembled.
Right. What if it's like a teke deal where she wants to just steal kids?
Yeah.
You know, try him out.
So she was like waving him over, and he's like, And then he took off running. But like, he said that he would like see her getting closer, you know?
Oh.
And then he took off running and spilled all his water. That's one thing he did mention. He spilled all the water. They didn't have water. So then I guess this other gentleman was coming up the hill, and he saw him freaked out, pale white, and he's a little brown, you know?
Yeah.
Pale white. And the guy asked him, he's like, what's wrong? He's like, oh, nothing, like just the water fell, you know, like the donkey, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
He blamed the donkey.
Okay. Blaming the donkey.
Yeah.
Come on.
The dude had water, so he just gave it to him. He's like, oh, well, hurry home because it's late. And the guy's like, you never know what you're going to see up here. And he's like, no, I'm going home. And he went straight home. And then his grandma at the time was like, why did you take so long? Like, what happened? Like, you left a while ago.
What you do?
And she's like, why do you look so, like, white? And then he's like, oh, he was, like, trying to brush it off. He's like, I'm just going to tell her. I guess he told her the story. And she's like, yeah, she, like, comes out here. Like, that's why we tell you don't go out so late. Like, come back home. Oh. He said, this is why you don't go to the water hole, like, to, like, swim.
See, in the town I grew up in, like if a grown-up's like, hey, come here real quick, you go over there. So I'd see that and be like, come here. And I'd be like, okay.
No, dude, like, to him, he said that she looked really scary. Like, it was really scary. You know what I mean? But, like, he was, like, terrified about it.
Yeah.
So, like, he didn't, you know, he just, like, GTFO, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Basically,
GTFO is the appropriate response. Or you could get a priest, a super soaker, have priests drink holy water.
Oh,
pee into said super soaker, and spray it down with the super soaker because that makes all the sense.
Dude, the super soaker right now is getting an upgrade.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why we haven't brought it onto the podcast.
I've been waiting. I want my super soaker back. So bad.
It's going to look nuts.
I miss the way it feels in my hands.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had about La Llorona. And just little things. But, like, that story was just, like, I had to share that because he's like, here, like, talk about this in your podcast because it actually happened to me.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. What are you going to do if you actually saw her? Like,
dude, I don't know. Like, that, I'm telling you, that time that I saw her in Park City, like,
yeah.
I froze and I didn't know what to do for, like, at least 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And I took off running.
Like, I mean, I would be taken aback at least. I'd be like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Now, knowing you, though, you're a little wild. And you'd be like, come at me, bro.
What are you going to do?
What's up, bro? Like, dude, this is why I don't want to go do any paranormal things with you. Because I'm definitely going to get cursed.
That's okay.
So
I'll get cursed in the name of science.
wait, anything that you want to add on to that question?
Yeah. So, I mean, say you're walking down the road, it's late at night, you know, you're with your friends and everything, and you see La Llorona and nobody else sees her. Are you going to keep walking with your friends, or are you going to flip around and get out of there?
Personally, I would be like, yo, you guys are going to call me crazy, but No, that's a bad juju over there.
And who's to say how fast this thing goes? Like, what? I mean, nobody knows how fast a ghost can go.
Dude, according to the movies, they're pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, they put Usain Bolt to shame.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if, like, oh, yeah, we discovered the existence of ghosts. They're a real thing. They're going to join the Olympics. And everyone's just like, shit.
Well, there goes the medal.
Right?
It says gold medal to the underworld.
Tries putting the gold medal on their neck and just falls off.
Oh my god! No.
See, but that's what scares me the most about that sort of thing is what are you gonna do?
What can you do?
Exactly.
That's the real thing. Like, say, like I'm with you and I see something like that, and I'm like, dude, like Austin, I know what your response is gonna be.
Yeah, no.
Like, dude, what are you doing? No, let's just keep going. Like, we gotta go get this done. You know, like we gotta go this way. I'm like, dude, no, like listen to me.
And that's the thing. If anybody knows anything about me, they're gonna know that like when I get my sights set on something that I need to do, it's getting done.
Oh yeah, for
like
sure.
A demon walks out, he better get out of my freaking way because I'm going to where I need to go.
So that was, that's what I'm thinking. Because like my mom did bring up something.
Oh, okay.
She's been listening to the episode, so shout out to my mom. And she corrected me a little bit. She like kind of like refreshed my memory a little bit.
Yeah.
So remember that story that I told you guys that when my friend had that incident with his girlfriend and he called me and we went with her and we heard that scream?
Yeah.
So I guess it wasn't like, it didn't only happen one time. Yeah, it happened like 2 times. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, I need to like freshen your memory up. So when we went and like we went out of the street into 41,
okay.
like we heard it.
Right.
But then she said that as we kept going to the house and like everything was over there, like she would still hear screaming like that. And then remember I told you she saw that black figure like in front of the car, like like smiling really like creepy. And then she said that on our way back, she's like, you might not remember because you guys kind of fell asleep. And she's like, I know you fell asleep because you were tired.
Yeah.
But when we went back to the house and to drop them off, like you could hear it just constantly, like if somebody was getting murdered.
That one was the screaming goat one. Just every 15 seconds exactly.
Yeah, so there's that. So I guess there was more that happened that my mom kind of stayed quiet about.
Man, if I become a ghost, I'm going to be the coolest fucking ghost ever.
No, you're not. You're going to terrorize the whole entire community, but I would not.
All right, time to get an exorcist. This ghost is retarded.
I would not.
My happy ass to be over there. Hey, how's it going? I'm really bored.
Go get me a base. Go get me a base.
Ooga boogally.
But yeah, that's what I had on that. So if you guys have anything else, and if you guys would comment down below what you believe or what you've been told, does she scream or cry or does she?
Yeah, because I want to learn more about Llorona.
Yeah.
And if you guys have like personal stories,
that'd be great.
Let us know because that would be so cool to hear other people's stories. That's my favorite thing, hearing people's story.
I like that too because like there's more. Dude, I want to take this time to like thank everybody that's been reaching out and like asking to come on the podcast.
All right, super.
You guys are
Thank
more
you
than
so
welcome.
much.
Just make sure to message me, and I'll give you the schedule and see when we can squeeze you guys in.
Heck yeah,
because we'd love to see or hear anything from you guys.
Oh yeah, I love scary stories. That is my jam.
So we have a couple already lined up that are some pretty good ones.
Oh yeah.
So
I got a couple interesting episodes.
Yeah. So with that being said, I'll wrap up the Llorona and I can tell you guys my story of the time that I got poured soda.
Yes, short version.
Yeah. So yeah, Llorona, that's all it is. If you have any more, comment down below.
Heck yeah.
Now, for Tony's take. So I already shared this story a while ago, but I'll bring it back. There was this one time in high school, like you guys have heard, if you guys have been following the podcast, I was a rebel in high school. Don't recommend. Just stick straight, you know what I mean? Like,
stay in school.
Stay in school, listen to your parents. Like, they do mean well for you, you know?
Right, yeah.
The stuff that they're telling you guys, like, it's not like them being a buzzkill or being, like, controlling or whatever. Like, they're doing it for your own good.
Trying to make sure you don't die.
Yeah, then you'll get to
or
this.
unalive. I forgot we're live on TikTok. Unalive.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say die on TikTok?
Huh?
Fuck. Are you allowed to say die on TikTok?
I know.
We're getting banned.
Yeah. Sorry, we are live on TikTok. By the way.
I forgot. Hi, everybody.
But anyways, so that happened, and I got in trouble at school. It had consequences. I couldn't go out.
Yeah.
And my parents, that weekend, like it happened early in the week in school, and then like I just kind of became like good for the rest of the week, so I could go to a party.
Right.
Because like I said before, like I used to go to quinceañeras with my friends and just hang out.
So I want to go to a quinceañera.
Maybe soon. I don't know. Someone's out there just having a quinceañera. Well, maybe they're a fan of the
Let's
podcast.
go quinceañera crashing, I guess.
I guess that's what we used to do. We never got invited to these things. We just
show up.
We would just show up.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Like-
I'm the cousin of the cousin of the cousin of the friend of the cousin.
Yeah.
What was that last one?
So we were quinceañera crashers,
Nice.
basically. And that day, I was going to go. My parents were going to go to another party. I didn't want to go. And I'm like sucking up to my mom, telling her, hey, like, yada, yada, like buttering her up again.
Yeah.
And she was not having it. She's like, no, this isn't going to work. Me and her start going at it. Like, we start going back and forth. And
I can just imagine like mini La Torta just going, no.
Yeah, so that happened. We got into an argument. I went downstairs doing dumb teenager stuff, just being mad at the world, at my own actions. And I never realized when they left. Like, they just left and never realized it, never heard them, never saw the lights because I lived in the basement and the driveway was right in front of my window. Never saw lights leave.
Yeah.
And my sister, Dulce, she was younger at the time.
Right.
She had just barely, like, she was walking a little taller.
Yeah.
And she would pull chairs and pour herself soda whenever she was hungry or thirsty.
Right.
You know, little kid things, whatever. Yeah. So I'm like doing that, and I hear the chair being dragged
Right.
from the kitchen.
Right.
And we had tile at the house, so you could hear it. So I stay quiet, and then you hear the cupboards open, like they creak open.
Oh, okay.
And then you hear a glass just thud, just
Right.
onto the countertop.
Yeah.
After that, you hear someone opening up the 2-liter sodas.
Right.
Like
That's
but you hear the cap. Like, you hear the cap turning.
Oh, okay.
Then you hear the cap hit the countertop.
Uh-huh.
After that, that's when you start hearing the you know what I mean? The pour.
Yeah.
So this whole time, I'm like outside of my door looking up because the stairs were right next to my door.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell? And I scream out for my sister. I'm like, Dulce, like, what are you doing? Nothing. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm going to go investigate because I'm going to catch her red-handed. Like, what are you doing? Like, ask for help, you know, come tell me, I'll pour soda for you.
Yeah.
You're going to spill it everywhere. I'm going to have to clean up this mess.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. And then as I'm going.
You should have said that to the ghost.
Yeah, I should have.
Quit pouring sodas, Jesus!
Fucking asshole. I'm just kidding. But then I start making my way and I start like jogging up, like running up the stairs.
Yeah.
And then like I'm about to turn the corner and see my sister in the act
Right.
when I feel like my leg being tugged down. And I fall down and I catch myself. I'm like, what the fuck?
The ghost was like, not my soda!
Yeah. So I like fell and then like I got up again and like went up. But
Yeah.
the soda was like freshly poured. Like you could still see the gas or the bubbles or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, this doesn't make sense. And I like, my parents' room was like a little bit down the hall.
Yeah.
And all the lights were off except for the kitchen.
Oh.
Because they would do that. They would leave the lights on.
Yeah.
So they left the light on in the kitchen, but the soda was just freshly poured. I'm like, okay, this doesn't make sense. Like, where's my sister? If all the lights are on, she doesn't like being in the dark.
Right.
So I like walk, look around, the car's gone. That's when the panic fucking hits. The panic hit immediately, dude. And I call my parents. I'm like, hey, like, were you guys just here? Did you guys just leave? Did I not notice you guys? She's like, no, we left 30 to 40 minutes ago. She's like, you've been by yourself. What's wrong? And that's when I was like, you know what? Ground me, beat the living crap out of me. I'm leaving the house. I just don't want to be here. Something happened. I'll tell you later. I left, dude. I was never.
Oh, yeah. GTFO. That's the smartest move you can do. Also, what possesses a ghost to be like, you know what? I want some soda.
The ghost was thirsty, bro. But they probably don't have that down there. You know what I mean? It probably evaporates so fast that they can't even drink it.
Are you talking about hell?
Yes.
If it was in your house, how exactly is the ghost in hell?
I don't know.
But
But
it makes sense if you don't think about it.
I go back to the whole like portals being open. Like they say, like when there's like negative energy.
Oh, okay. So a ghost comes through a portal and he's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to get a soda real quick.
I don't know.
I'll be gone in a minute.
Maybe they just did that to freak me out. I don't know. Because I'm telling you, that house was like heavily active.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, I did see Tony's house, and it is as creepy as he makes it sound.
And that was just the outside. You just saw the outside. Like as soon as you walked
I don't want to see the inside. I'm good.
As soon as you walked in, you felt it. Like
that.
Pretty.
That's the thing. If ghosts are a real thing, I am more than happy remaining blissfully ignorant.
Yeah. There was another thing that happened to me at the house since we're on the subject.
Okay.
So like I've said, my mom, she's really into the spiritual stuff. And
yeah.
She's told me that her third eye's open.
Uh-huh.
Or it was open, and I don't know. It's just a long story. Like I'll get into it in another episode, whatever.
Got it.
And she's like, you want to see? Because I didn't believe. I was like you. I didn't believe.
Okay.
I didn't believe none of that. I was like, no, telling me there's a ghost.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, like, you're in the house. It's summertime. She's like, the AC's not on. I was like, yeah, no, it's not on. She's like, okay, just relax. I was like, okay. And then she's like, you're going to start feeling something. And like,
you felt the pelvis.
Did not feel the pelvis. But my hands were like just out. And I just like remember I was talking to my mom about stuff. And
oh, yeah.
I was just talking to my mom about some things. And sorry, my phone's like about to die. But anyways, I'll cut that out. Sorry about that, Skyler. I thought I had it charged. So anyways, my hands just started getting cold.
Yeah.
You know how like when they say like in the paranormal world, like
right, you feel
spots?
like cold spots. Yeah.
Yeah, my hands just got really, really cold.
Okay.
Like it's like almost like if I stuck my hands in the freezer.
You were holding a ghost tongue?
No. Asshole. No, and like it was weird because like she would say that there was 2 kids that followed us like as protectors, I guess.
Okay.
And like I started getting images just like of how this little girl looked, and I started telling my mom like, is this how she looks like? Is she like this tall? Is she right here? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like,
that would creep me out. I'd be like, no, I don't need protection. I'm good. I'm good. You can leave now.
I was just like, what the hell? Like, are you serious? Ever since that, like that and everything that happened at the house, like from the footsteps to like all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like there is something there. Like I've seen it, I've felt it. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So like, that's why I'm a huge believer.
Jeez. Yeah. No moments.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like my mom is slowly like accepting that like this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And she's like slowly getting out of her comfort zone to talk about stuff like that.
Nice.
So like there's more stories that happen to them.
Ooh, okay.
I get told. So
anyways, that is all the time we have this week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn it over to Tony.
Yeah, and if you guys liked everything, and if you guys have any stuff on what we talked about today, please let us know in the comments below. The shirts are going to be available next month.
Shirts.
I will give you guys an exact date when and
we
where.
You getting close.
Getting close. We're going to add 2 more shirts. So there's one in the works, and then there's another one like this, but black and white.
Ooh.
So if you guys would like that, leave a comment down below, send a DM, let us know. And if you guys have anything else on La Llorona, let me know, because this was a little
on the fly.
On the fly, because we had a little incident happen and to that person listening. I hope everything was okay.
Yeah, I hope everything's good.
Yeah, let us know. We'll go visit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Her little fan, and yeah, but we'll be better next week. A little bit more prepared. It was just more on the fly.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. But with that being said, this has been Tony, your host with the most, and
Austin, El Skeptico.
You guys have a great day, great rest of the week, whatever time you're hearing this, and just remember the sky's the limit. You guys can do whatever you guys want to do.
Heck yeah.
See you guys.
Pieces.